The strongest weapon at the disposal of the Nigerian politicians against the Nigerian people are that your ignorant brother, that my gullible and uneducated friend. I mean, those around us that are full of sentiment, either as a result of hunger, illiteracy, or just any other sentiment for that reason. Those are the most dangerous weapon at the disposal of the politicians against the Nigerian people. These are people within and among us. No matter how good you are to be to a Nigerian as an individual, when the politicians want to deal with you, they come through the people around you. I'm still trying to make references to the case of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan of Kogi Central Senatorial District. Recently, there were rumors, speculations, but I no longer call them mere rumors because they've appeared at the pages of the newspaper, that there is an arrangement by the power that being to use the gullible and innocent people of her senatorial district to stage a recall. I saw this and I laugh. See, if you are a Nigerian and you don't see the evils and atrocity going on in Nigeria as bad enough, maybe because somebody of your sentimental preference is benefiting from it, then you don't deserve to be called human. The case of Natasha and the case of the Rivers State as we speak now are two reasons why you should believe that this country has every reason to explode. If these are not enough, then what else are we going to wait for? The case of Natasha is exposing a lot of internal rot, internal decay and corruption in sensitive places at the top. Some people ignorantly just look the other way, calling the lady names. I forgive your ignorance anyway, and I pray you regain consciousness in not too late. I made a video about Senator Natasha, displaying a video that was sent to me as a result of her performance of 1 year in office. You won't believe the messages I have in my DM telling me that she did more. How she even placed some elderly women in most families on wages, on salaries. This woman, not even one person from Kogi, whether they live in Kogi or outside Kogi, but as an indigenous of Kogi, not even one were able to tell me anything negative about the lady, which means she's loved. And from her record, from what I've seen, obviously she is currently the best performing senator of all the 109 senators in that chambers. And now this same lady cries out to say this is what is happening to me, which we know is true, or is possible rather. And somebody is saying, where is your evidence? It's only those that have not dared to listen to this woman. If you have taken your time to listen to her, you would not ask any question like, where is your evidence? After all she's going to say. See, it's not everything you put on record or you have a photograph of. There are things that somebody will say, you will know that this lady cannot be lying. Most especially when she's been this consistent. And the best they could do to prove their innocence was first to suspend her. Now they are making all possible demonic attempts to recall her. A senator that is not serving his or her people is trying to recall a performing senator. What a shame and what a country. I will leave you with a video at the end of this my video with an interview this lady granted with BBC. I don't know which of you may have seen it, but for those of you that may have not seen it and still having grudges that this woman could be lying, I urge you to take your time to listen to her on that video. It's a 4 minutes video. Please bear with me. And if after listening to her, you still feel she's lying, fine and good, no problem. But as for those powers behind, above, trying to force her back, stop that rubbish. Now let's listen to the lady's interview.
It started in the year 2023 on the 8th of December. We were at his country home. He was taking me around his house. My husband was walking behind us, held my hand. And then we got to this particular room where when he noticed my husband was a few steps away, he then squeezed my hands in a very suggestive way. Where women, we know what it means when a man squeezes his hands squeezes our hands in a suggestive way. And he went, I'll make an opportunity for us to come here and have a good moment, along that line. And then I just took my hands off and I looked back. I saw my husband was near us. My husband looked at me as if he heard some part of that, but he wasn't so sure. So he looked at him as well. And then the Senate President, of course, sensing the awkward moment, now said, oh, there's a chapel over there as well. Let's go, let me show you the chapel. He had a chapel in his house. So we went there. So my husband asked me a few moments afterwards, what did he tell you? And I didn't want to cause any friction because they were very good friends. My husband respected him a whole lot. So I said, you know what, Natasha, hold this up, resist it. It's going to be fine. You can manage it. What I thought I was being going to manage just didn't seem so. Episode after episode, moments after moment.
So it was multiple times?
Yeah, it was multiple times.
Did the Senate president ever make any sort of advances towards you in the chamber or in the Senate?
Yes, in front of senators. He's done that. There was a time I forgot to wear my ring. I rushed to work, forgetting to wear my ring. And there were about 5 senators there. And he was, oh, Natasha, you're not wearing your ring. Is this an invitation to treat? And then there was another time he made a statement like, Natasha, your husband is really enjoying. It looks like you'll be able to make good movements with your waist.
So the Senate president said this?
He says that, yeah. He makes such sexy statement and then they all laugh.
When the Senate president allegedly made this comment to you, there were other senators present?
Yeah. They said, in the Senate, we're all men. She should be used to this.
How did the other senators respond to that?
Just laugh. The culture of shaming a woman who dares speak of something that is like a taboo is real. And that is that culture we must break and shred.
So when you presented your petition for sexual harassment, it was dismissed by the Senate on procedural grounds. They said it was inadmissible because you signed it yourself. Were you aware that this was a requirement?
No. They said that I had no right to sign the petition myself. I am not supposed to sign my petition because a senator is receiving petitions from her or his constituents. But here, first time in the history of Nigeria, a senator is laying a sexual harassment petition seeking justice. When I submitted the petition on the 5th of March 2025, I was suspended the next day from the Nigerian Senate.
The Senate say that you were suspended for, quote, gross misconduct and unruly behaviour, and not because you brought sexual harassment allegations against the Senate president. How would you respond to that?
When they say my suspension was as a result of gross misconduct, that is not true. We have seen senators shout, scream, use insultive words, fight, tear each other's clothes, but they were not suspended. So I believe also again that I am being victimized. My suspension is a means of silencing me. You see, in the Nigerian Senate, it operates like a cult. Even the opposition have been silenced. You wonder, why is the Nigerian Senate not as vibrant as that of South Africa's or Kenyan? I mean, there are other parliaments we see. There is this culture of fear.
Fear of who?
Fear of the institution, fear of the leadership, fear of the Senate president. I mean, if you confront the Senate president or if you express contrary views, then you risk a chance of being stripped of your privileges. You will not speak. If you are a member of certain committees, like what happened to me, you will be removed. You will be sidelined of very important programs that you think could help project your own expertise. You will be cut off a lot of privileges. And that is undemocratic.
So if you have taken your time to listen to this video to this extent, thank you very much. And I want to believe you heard it from the lady herself. That was an interview she was being granted with BBC. So on the comment section, please, can you tell me, do you still really think this lady is lying? Let me see your answers at the comment section. Thank you very much.